So we're out calling this spot. We've called it a few times in the past, but always in the daylight and only like once a year. So we don't exactly know it like the back of our hands. And in the dark, it's kind of hard to tell what the terrain looks like and where the best spot might be to set up. So we got out here and got set up and started doing some calling. There's kind of a big bowl off to the north and east that we're mostly watching, and then it slopes down to these thick draws. And we call for a while, and my brother spots some behind us. So I crawl up over the top of the hill so I could see behind us to the south, and I see there's three of them, several hundred yards back there messing around. And of course, about as soon as I do that, I hear on the radio from my brother that one just showed up basically where I had just left. That one stopped and got weird about something and took off. But I decided I was going to stay on top of the hill and so I could see behind us to see what these three were up to. And after a while, they start swinging all the way around and start coming in here. So I can see just the tops of the ears on this one. This is where, a little bit better setup would have been nice because there's a lot of dips and places where they can disappear, but I got two coming right here. And I don't want them to get down in this next little dip, so I'm going to take this one here. I dropped him. His buddy takes off running. I might have tried a shot on the run here, but I was kind of hoping he would stop at the next hill, and he just didn't. So I know there was three of them at one point. I think the one was trailing behind a ways, so I'm scanning back and forth here with my rifle. And here I'm going to lock my rifle in a tripod and get on my scanner and see what I can see with that. And here comes number three, standing maybe, I don't know, 10, 20 feet from where I killed the first one. And I figured that'll work just fine. Blew out the side of his shoulder there, and he runs off, and you can see the blood trailing off of him. And I shot again here, and just behind him, but he piled up here just on the other side of that little rise. He didn't go far. So we keep calling, and I see another one coming in from the east on my scanner, and I got on him kind of late here, and it looks like he's maybe leaving. But right in here, he gets interested in a smell, and I found later when I was gathering them up that it was actually the blood trail from the second one that I'd shot that had ran off over the hill. But I'm just going to give him a little howl here on my diaphragm call. That perked him up. And then the 22 Creedmoor flattens him. And that was three coyotes within, I don't know, probably 50 yards of each other. So we keep calling, and at this point we're probably, I don't know, 30 some minutes into this set. And we spot another one coming in from the north. And I can see him on my scanner, and I got on my gun here, and you can tell here that I just can't quite find him because he's just barely sticking out from the side hill. So I'm back on my scanner, like, where the heck did this thing go? And there I found him with the rifle. And my brother's trying to get my buddy to take the shot at this thing, but he can't find him in his rifle scope either. And If I would have known he was going to leave, I would have just buried him right there. But he leaves, and I don't know, probably 40, 50 seconds later, we spot him again, leaving out the side here on us. So I'm going to see if I can get a shot at him. And of course, like coyotes do, he's using the terrain and it's kind of lumpy and hilly out here, and it doesn't take much of a rise to hide a coyote. And I'm going to get him, just going to get him to stop here. But as soon as I get my rifle on him, he's taking off again. And then he stops again, and I was going to try to shoot him, but at some point, I must have hit the mag release on my rifle, and my magazine dropped down just a hair where it didn't feed in another shell. So I'm messing around with that. And finally, I get one in, and I hit him, probably low, and he's flopping around out there. So I'm going to see if I can get another round in him. And that right there was hard to tell. I played that back slow, and it's really hard to tell if I hit him on that second shot or if it hit the dirt berm right beside him. Either way, that one was like 370 some yards, I guess. That one was not recovered. My brother tracked him a ways and then got onto a different property and had to just call it. But um, all in all, not a bad spot. Shot 4 coyotes, 3 recovered. And actually, all 3 of them were males, so we left a few out there for next year. Anyway, thanks for watching.